Hey everybody, it's Mikeycat Outdoors here. So what are we doing today? Checking out a Luxe Hiking Gear Minipeak XL 3-person tent. Let's check it out. The Luxe Hiking Gear Minipeak XL 3-person square teepee. This is a special edition. So it's a white-ish looking tent with silver-lined interior, and it comes with a summer bug nest for the interior. When I originally looked at the packaging, all I saw was brown, so I thought, oop, I figured they got the wrong unit in there, but sending pictures to them, talking to them online, and then opening it up all the way, I see that there is a silver interior to the fabric there, and that has bug netting in it. So yeah, I was a little worried, but things were working out. Special edition costs a little more than a regular one, so they do have a standard one that's brown for the outer tent, and they have a white winter, like fully enclosed, non-screened inner tent. And that's what I thought I had here originally. So I got a little freaked out when I saw the packaging when I was starting to open it. They do have a weird return policy that if you open something and set it up, they will not return it. As they claim they can't resell it, and they only give you 15 days. So yeah, you can tell why I was a little concerned. And $70 price difference for the special edition one. I kind of worried that they would have given me a different one that was a cheaper version. I've got 2 or 3 tents that are already brown teepee type tents, so I didn't need another one. So yeah, let's just get this thing set up, and we'll go from there. So here's the Minipeak XL all set up. So it came with a stove jack, and it's got a removable piece of cloth there. It's velcroed. I just put it back on top. Guided out. Comes with let's see, about 9 stakes there. 8 stakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them. Set up the inner nest. So it looks like if you had 2 really small 20-inch wide pads, you could probably fit those in there if you had, like an adult and a kid, or a couple of kids in there. 2 adults might be a little tight, just given the size of it. 1 person would definitely be comfortable in there. Got this 163 centimeter pole. They have several of them available on their website. You have to buy the pole separately, so you have to kind of know what size you need for the tent that you're getting from them. They got all that information on their website. There's this got a little line lock there. You can pull it up, put it up to a couple of hooks up there, and then there's hooks along the back there for pulling a screen material back towards the tent. And same way there on the corners, there's some little hooks that hook everything in. And then down here in the corners, you just kind of tie it in to where the stakes are on the midpoints. And then on the ends, which the instructions are kind of goofy, they say to undo these straps and put the actual stake through the strap, but it's a Y stake with a little, J-hook thing in there. I really don't see how that works, because their illustration shows a regular shepherd hook type stake as opposed to these groundhog style stakes. So on a J-hook, yeah, you could probably do that with the thing like that. But for here, I just used their little shockcord loop that they had, which has a hook on it, and that really is supposed to go to the nest there. But that's what I end up using. So I got a little bit of an air gap all the way around it, so it's not tight to the ground or anything. If you're using this in a hot tent configuration, you might want a little bit of airflow. In other instances, you might want to pull it tight to the ground. So just be aware of that when you're setting it up. A couple little ridge vents here with the little pull thing that sticks up in there with the Velcro. So if you get the walls a little too taut, those get a little tight to do there. But they give you a little bit of airflow. There's no screen there on the top, so bugs can get in and out up there at the peak. As far as the nests, this is the summer one. It's all screened. You can get a winter one that's pretty much all solid fabric up to about the top where these seams are here. And then I think the winter one, becomes nest above that, and then it's solid down below. And that's what they have with their brown tent package and the green ones. But yeah, this is a special edition. It's got silver interior, which to look at it, you don't see a whole lot of silver. I mean, it is, but it doesn't stand out that much from the white. I'll be curious to see reflective purposes how that really works. I'll have to try it out sometime. Put a stove in there when the weather's cooler and see if it reflects any more heat back. But I don't know if it'll work or if it's a gimmick or what. I know Pomali and a couple other vendors out there have stuff like that. They got reflective interiors built in, but I'm not sure how well they work. Time will tell. So I'll get some specs off their website. This is a, lower end Chinese made tent. So yeah, I mean, the quality is what it is. I like some of the American ones like Seek Outside. Of course, Kafaru's pretty good too. I got a lot of Seek Outside shelters, but I do have one Luxe inner nest that I had for a small Seek Outside 2-person teepee. I'd used it before. Kitty's checking it out. Is the cat approved? I don't know. So yeah, I'll put some specs up and let you guys check this out. So anyways, if you want to put a stove in here for winter use, get a winter nest, you could do that, or get the brown option that has the winter nest with it right now. So there's a stove jack. It's got a little bit of a flap that comes with it, and then I put the other fabric back over that with the Velcro. So they brought some seam sealer along with this, so it's not seam sealed, it's not taped or anything that I can see right off the bat. Yeah, don't feel taped. So I'll have to do some of that if I want to make this a little more water resistant. So just be aware of that too. That's going to be a fun project. Set up inside out and do all the seams. So as far as seam sealing goes, if you want to do that, I know a lot of times places will either provide you with a little tube of it, or they'll just tell you to go get your own. But I find usually whatever they supply, is almost enough, but not usually all the way. So I just take a little bit of silicone caulking or a little tube of seam net silicone sealer, and I just mix it, part way with some paint thinner mineral spirits and thin it to where it's kind of a thick consistency, but it still kind of comes off the brush, and eventually that stuff will evaporate, but that way you can paint it on and it comes on a little cleaner onto your seams. But yeah, you can tell if I tried to do it on the outside, I'm not really going to get on that type of seam too well. So there, I'm better off to do it from the inside. And then some of these seams I can do on the outside. So yeah, that's going to be fun. That's the least favorite part of any tent, is seam sealing. But got to be done if you want to take it out in the rain. If you're in the snow, probably doesn't matter too much. Dry weather, don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I've had a couple tents where they weren't seam sealed right, and yeah, they'll leak. So at least this one you don't have a floor to worry about getting wet. But I'll leave it at that. So what do you say, Coco? You like it? You want to camp out there tonight? Yeah? All right. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see there's a bit of room here. You know, I'm on the one side. It looks like there's plenty of room over here. You know, I can reach my arm out, and if I scooch over, you're gonna be up closer to the bug net here, which ain't the most comfortable for an adult for headroom, but yeah, I mean, if you in a pinch needed to have 2 adults in here, you know, he could set 2 people up. I think for an adult and a child, it's probably a little better. Or an adult and all their gear. I mean, there's plenty of room in this guy. So, yeah, like I said, you'd probably want to have the smaller pad. You couldn't really go with 225s or anything, but a couple of 20s you could fit in here all right. You know, or in the wintertime, you put a big X-Ped down mat 9 or something in here and stay off the ground nice and toasty. And yeah, looks like it's got a pretty good amount of space in here. Cool beans. He's sitting up in here. I got plenty of room. You know, I can put my arm up, and you know, I think the center of the tent is 5'2" with the 163-inch or 163 centimeter pole, and this inner nest being, I don't know, within probably 8 inches of that. I mean, you're still well over 4.5 foot or so that you're up there. It's not bad, you know, for one person. It's work out all right. The inner nest, it looks like there is seam sealing done with seam tape on the corners, and here in the center near the doorway where there's a seam. So that at least has a tape on it. The tent itself, not so much, but like I say, you can apply the tube of stuff that they provided with it. Some wonderful German or something seam sealer. So that'll work. I'd say just take that, put it in a cup, solo cup with a little bit of paint thinner, and use that brush and make it kind of like a real thick maple syrup, or a little thicker than that, and paint that sucker on, and you'll be golden. I readjusted one of those corner loops, and yeah, I guess the strapping will hook under that J-hook material there on the stake. So you can loosen it out, set it all up, and then just ratchet that strap down to pull it tight and pull the tent down. So yeah, it works. A little different than what I'm used to. Well, everybody, happy Father's Day. And June 20th marks 1 year to the day when I posted my first video on YouTube. Woohoo! Started off with El Zippo subscribers, worked my way to about 22-ish, right around New Year's, and sporting about 76 right now. So I thank you all very kindly for your support, and hopefully we'll have more good things to come in the coming years. And yeah, gonna be a fun ride. So just fill in a little bit what's been going on recently. Work, and more work. A little camping in the backyard recently with my son. he had a fun old time hammocking with me and doing a little bit of landscaping. My son enjoying his first overnight in a hammock. He still wants to sleep. So I've been doing a little bit of landscaping work out here. I got a rock and some roses. Got a sewer pop up there. Just trying to pretty this up behind my garage. So I got a little bit of crushed stone tamped in there. A whole lot of area where I haven't done that yet. I put some concrete down eventually, level it out, and put my big blocks like that. A couple layers in there. So go around my electric service, which was always kind of in a way too, wanted weed eat. So I got down quite a ways of digging. Still got probably another 8-10 feet there at most that I got to do. And like I said, I gotta go in, fill my trenches, and then do all the concrete, and then eventually do all the block work. I'll have to trench out too from a downspout. Put that little 4-inch line, trench it out part way, and eventually get a trencher. So that's gonna be fun. Roses coming up pretty good so far, except for one. I got 5 out of 6 alive. This one looks like she died. I don't know what happened, but I only put these in maybe, I don't know, a month and a half ago at most. Haven't had them in that long. But that one started to just die off, and I don't think any weed killer got to it, but no, it might have just been weak. I got my weed fabric, had to go out and get some more. I ran out up to about there where the electric service was. You see where I got my joint there. Wanted to have one piece, but it didn't work. So just kind of stapling here on the ends in the valley, and then along the ends up there where it meets the garage, and try to keep from having to weed eat that so much. But this will be nice. The wife will like it. But a lot of work. It's about 100 degrees out here today, so not really doing too much outside work today. Kind of making me sick to my stomach just being out here in the heat. But yeah, when the weather's nice, do a little bit of landscaping is good exercise, good way to de-stress. If I can't go hiking or camping, well, I can do something else out here and build up my endorphins and get rid of all my cortisol stress hormones, and yeah. So I'll keep you guys updated as this thing flows along. But yeah, I've been taking the dirt and filling around different low spots in the yard, and got a wood pile here that's kind of so-so. I put some extra dirt down there from that and seeded it, which I don't think it's going to grow anymore with the heat the way it is. But yeah, I used to mow around that, and the mower would get close and the ground was sloped a little too much, and it just take the stuff away near the blocks underneath there. So I decided, well, I'll just extend my dirt out a little bit at a nice gentler angle and see how that works eventually. But yeah, fun times. So just trying to keep myself above the earth. So I got a congenital defect inside, so I gotta watch it when the weather gets a little too hot, and I gotta make sure I don't overdo it. In your 20s, you can get away with a lot more. You start hitting your 40s, yeah, life catches up with you. So for anyone out there that has health limitations, I feel for you. But don't let that stop you from enjoying nature and getting to do something. Stay active, stay fit as much as you can. I realize not everybody has the ability to do that, but it is good, it's healthy, and it helps with all sorts of things. Mental health, physical health, heart health, Yeah. Well, everybody, if you like what you've seen, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and catch you again in the outdoors. As always, thanks for watching. Happy Father's Day.